Hello, hello, hello. This is your friendly neighborhood Canadian, Reed, recording a video for you. For YouTube, for people, for the 10 people who are interested. This is about the Academy Awards. I love the Academy Awards. I grew up as a kid watching the Oscars, watching award shows, the Golden Globe Awards, the Emmy Awards, the American Music Awards, the MTV Video Music Awards. I loved it, and I especially love the Oscars. This video is, I'm doing a prediction video for tomorrow night's Academy Awards. This is Saturday afternoon, February 23rd. The Oscars are tomorrow night, February 24th. I thought they were at the end of March. I'm still old school that way. So yeah, the 2019 Oscars, the Academy Awards, which are honoring the best movies of 2018. It's the 2018, but they show it in 2019, just in case you were unaware. But when you look up the winners, they'll say Best Picture 2018 winner, not Black Panther. We're coming to that. Are we coming to that? So anyway, these are my Oscar picks, my picks. Now, I just went on goldderby.com because I'm a movie award junkie person, and I love award shows and guessing and voting and predictions. I'm all about that. That's why I vote for porn awards. That's why I like to vote for anything related on the internet. Anything voting, I love. So I went on goldderby.com and made my official Oscar predictions for tomorrow, which I'm sure most of them are going to suck because I pick what I think and what my heart wants, even though it might cost me. But we're going to get into that in this video because this year could be the year I have a mental breakdown if certain things happen at the Academy Awards. Also, me and a couple buddies are trying to do a podcast, and we might try to do it tomorrow night after the Academy Awards, based on what happens at the Oscars. So anyway, thanks for watching, subscribing. I'm Reed, your friendly neighborhood Canadian, trapped in a small town called Lac-La-Biche. Many liquor stores, many gas stations, all the same price. Hashtag price fixing. Isn't that against the law? And no movie theater. So full disclosure, last year I didn't watch the Academy Awards for the first time in years. I didn't watch last year's Oscars. Why? Two reasons. Most of the films didn't interest me at all. The Shape of Water, some fish, alien creature having sex with a deaf woman? No thanks. That's your Best Picture winner. Ugh, from the director of Hellboy. I did a YouTube video about that. That's a whole other thing. Plus all the other weird, it was just a bad year for movies. And when the Oscars are trying to think about ratings, when the Academy Awards nominate films that most people don't give rats about, that's why ratings suck. Now I'm not saying you have to nominate popular movies, but that's the correlation. And this year I'm actually interested in the Academy Awards because last year there were movies I didn't care about, even though there were some good acting performances that deserved to win, like Best Supporting Actor and Best Actress. But The Shape of Water and a whole bunch of other movies, and then the year before that it was Moonlight. Give me a break. If you want to be honest, this decade there have only been two really good Best Picture winners this decade. 2012 Argo, Best Picture, the year Ben Affleck wasn't even nominated for Best Director. And then 2015 Spotlight. Spotlight won Best Picture. So this year, this decade, the Academy Awards and their Best Picture winners have sucked for general movie-going fans. They're picking movies no one cares about. Does anyone talk about The King's Speech? No. Does anyone even talk about The Artist? No. That's why the Academy Awards, there's a disconnect because they have their own agenda. It is political. Sometimes it's favoritism. And sometimes the Oscars don't go to the person who deserves it. They go to legacy awards, career awards, Anyway, that could be a whole other video. We're talking about tomorrow night. Tomorrow night. Okay. We're just going to go over a couple awards that I'm sure matter, but live action short. I'm picking Detainment. Documentary short. I'm picking Endgame. I just like that name. Best animated short, Weekends. I don't know what any of these are. Best foreign language film, Roma. The film that's on Netflix. The film that got the most Oscar nominations this year. Documentary feature, I'm picking Free Solo. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's about Han Solo. I don't know. I have no idea what it is, but I've heard that name so much, that seems like an easy pick to make me think appear smart. But I'm not. Not about this. I'm smart about other things. Best animated feature. I'm picking this because it's going to win. It shouldn't win. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I'm not going to see it. I'm a grown man. I'm not going to go see Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I don't care. I know my friend Mark, that's his favorite animated cartoon film of all time now, and maybe his favorite film last year. Crazy, living on Vancouver Island, letting the ocean air affect his brain. But that's going to be the winner for Best Animated Feature because it's winning all the other awards. I'm never going to watch it because I'm playing the grown-up card. I'm not going to watch it. I'm sorry. Best Visual Effects. Ha! I'm picking Avengers Infinity War, the best superhero movie of 2018, not Black Panther. So, I don't know if it's going to win, but that's my pick. That's what I put on Gold Derby. Avengers Infinity War, the second best superhero movie ever made. Not Black Panther, PC. Ugh. Best Sound Mixing, another movie I haven't been able to see, but I want to see. I'm going to buy on Blu-ray, DVD combo pack, maybe 4K. A Star is Born, best sound mixing. That is my prediction. Another movie I want to see, but I couldn't because Lac La Biche. No movie theater. Lac La Biche. Lac La Biche. Stuck in 1999, getting ready for Y2K. How many liquor stores are in Lac La Biche? Let's get another one. Maybe a car wash. I'm a little bitter today, I'm sorry. Best sound editing. Bohemian Rhapsody. That looks like an awesome movie. Best song. I am picking Shallow, performed by Lady Gaga. I think she co-wrote it. I think Bradley Cooper co-wrote it too, from A Star is Born. I can't wait to see this movie. Mark said the movie was okay. So it's got to be really good then, because Mark has really odd taste in movies. Mark. Best score. I'm going with Mary Poppins Returns. Just because it feels like a movie with lots of song and excitement and things are popping. Yeah. Mark's secret favorite movie of last year, besides Spider-Man. Hi Mark, how are you? Hi Mark, Aaron, you might be watching this. Tori, I might have a new fan. You, Tori. Woo! Charmaine, maybe you're in the background baking a cake. I don't know what's going on. Jimmy, you're never going to watch this. You know, I've almost given up on you, Jimmy, with your Jew-fro. Best production design. I'm picking a movie called The Favorite. I don't know. Best makeup. Vice. Vice. This movie looks awesome. Of course, I couldn't see it. Why? Lac La Biche. I don't drive. I'm protecting the world and Canadian drivers from not driving. And my two good movie buddies both moved away from Lac La Biche. So I didn't get to see very many movies this year in a movie theater. So yeah, best makeup, I'm going with Vice. Best film editing, I'm also going with Vice. That movie looks interesting. Best costume design, I'm going with The Favorite. It's probably going to go to some British movie, because it always goes to some British movie. Maybe The Favorite is a British movie. I don't know. You're not watching this video you're watching this video for entertainment and some wisdom from a Canadian man who obviously likes DC and pop culture and yeah. Best cinematography. So happy last year when Blade Runner 2049. That was one of the few good wins from last year's Academy Awards. This year I'm picking The Favorite again. It's weird. Is The Favorite the favorite? I don't know. Maybe that's a bad joke. Anyway, best original screenplay. Picking a movie called Green Book. Viggo Mortensen's in it. And the Academy voters are mostly old white people. And as we know, old white people are the most evil, destructive force in the United States and the world. Old white men. Old white men. Ruining Earth and the world forever. And are the big majority of Oscar voters. So Best Original Screenplay, Green Book, a movie I might watch. Best Adapted Screenplay, that means this screenplay was in a book or some other form and writers took it. Picking Black Klansman, Spike Lee, you're finally going to get an Oscar. Yeah, that's a whole other conversation. Then now we're getting into the big ones, the major awards, the big six. Best Supporting Actor, I'm going to say this name really bad, like as bad as JTE on Collider, Movie Talks. I don't know where he works anymore, but I like JTE, and I know my friend Mark understands that reference. Best Supporting Actor, this man will win his second Academy Award in a couple years. Mahershala Ali. See, it's bad. Mahershala Ali for Green Book. This guy won Best Supporting Actor 2 years ago for Moonlight, and he was on the first season of House of Cards. That's how I know them. And he's, but apparently in Green Book he's really, really good. So maybe Moonlight he wasn't as deserving, but Best Supporting Actor, I'm not saying his name again because it's funny and I'm horrible. Best Supporting Actress, I'm going off the beating path because sometimes the Oscars nominate actors and actresses over and over again, lots of nominations, but they never win the award. So I'm picking Amy Adams for Best Supporting Actress. She's finally going to win an Oscar, I hope. I think this is her 7th nomination. Woo! For Vice. Apparently she was in Vice, a movie I haven't seen. But that's what I'm going with. The actress who might win this award, might send me to a nuclear holocaust, is Regina King. I made an IMDb list of like the 10 actors I hate the most in life. Regina King is on the top of that effing list. I hate Regina King. I hate her. I hate that she won an Emmy. I hate that she's won Emmy Awards. I hate that she was in Jerry Maguire. I hate every movie she's in. I hate every role she's in. She was Will Smith's wife in Enemy of the State. She was Cuba Gooding Jr.'s wife in Jerry Maguire. I hate her. I hate her. I hate her. I hate her. And she's probably going to win. But I'm going with Amy Adams. Best Actress. Now, if the Oscars actually awarded actors, like, the Oscars don't always give the acting Oscars to the person who deserves it the most. Sometimes the Oscars have to correct previous mistakes, like awarding an actor for a body of work because they failed to recognize that actor when he should have been nominated and won before. Hopefully that made sense. Like, when Al Pacino finally won a Best Actor Oscar for Scent of a Woman in 1992, he beat out Denzel Washington for Malcolm X. That's still one of the biggest Oscar upsets of all time. Because Al Pacino, who'd been nominated for all these Oscars for all these years, never won. So finally, the Academy was like, we gotta fucking give Al Pacino an Oscar. So that's what they do sometimes. Actors win based on their career. It's a legacy career achievement Oscar. And Glenn Close, who's been nominated for many, many Oscars, especially in the 80s, has never won an Academy Award. And she should have won in 1987 for Fatal Attraction. But they gave it to Cher. So this year, Best Actress is going to go to Glenn Close for a movie called The Wife. Even though it would be amazing if Lady Gaga won for A Star Is Born. If Glenn Close if she won an Oscar for Fatal Attraction, Lady Gaga would win the Oscar tomorrow night. But because the Academy is stupid sometimes, and they pick the wrong winners, and I'm sure Glenn Close is really good in The Wife, and Glenn Close was really good on a couple seasons of The Shield, and she's been on TV, and she was in the Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Like, she's done it all. She's going to win tomorrow night because she didn't win for Fatal Attraction, because she didn't win for The World According to Garp, and all these movies she made in the 80s. And Lady Gaga is going to get Best Director. This is a horrible category this year, in my opinion. It's going to go to a guy who already won an Oscar for Best Director for Gravity about 4, 5, 6 years ago. Alfonso Cuarón for a movie called Roma. The Netflix movie. He's probably going to win Best Director. It's cool that Bradley Cooper's nominated. He's not going to win. But it's cool he got nominated. Oh wait, he didn't get nominated for Best Director. God damn it! He didn't get nominated for Best Director. Right. Wouldn't it be cool if they gave Best Director to Spike Lee? For Black Klansman? Huh. Watch for that. Let's see. And then Best Picture of the Year. Everyone's picking Roma, the movie that's on Netflix that hasn't... And Black Panther, the first superhero movie ever nominated for a Best Picture Oscar, which is total crap because it's one of the worst MCU movies ever. It's a PC move, politically correct move. It's because America is so racist and stupid, and they still think racism and hating black people is a big thing, and it seems like they're getting dumber and more racist. So they got to do this thing where, like, and I know Black Panther is the top grossing superhero movie, which is crazy to think about, and it got nominated for all these Academy Awards, but all you Best Picture hopefuls, Black Panther wasn't nominated for film editing. It wasn't nominated for Best Director. Black Panther wasn't even nominated for Best Visual Effects. So it's a token nomination, and it's not winning tomorrow night. If Black Panther wins Best Picture tomorrow, I'm going to grow my hair back and fucking get a mohawk. If Black Panther and Regina King both win Oscars tomorrow night, maybe I'll stop drinking Coca-Cola for like 3 months. Yeah, that's legit. That's real. My pick for Best Picture tomorrow night is Green Book because the Academy is old, and I think a movie about racism and racial divide and cultures and clashes with Viggo Mortensen and the guy who's going to win Best Supporting Actor, Mahershala Ali. I'm saying his name so bad. I should have watched a video with his name. I feel so bad. I'm picking Green Book, even though part of me would like Vice to win. A part of me would like A Star is Born to win. A part of me wouldn't even mind if Bohemian Rhapsody won Best Picture. See, this year the Academy Awards nominated films people care about. Movies that made money, that were also good. And yes, Black Panther is a decent superhero movie, but it doesn't deserve to be the first superhero movie nominated for Best Picture. There's a reason there's up to 10 films nominated for Best Picture. It's the Dark Knight rule. Because in 2008, The Dark Knight got all these Oscar nominations except Best Picture and Best Director. And if they nominated more than 5 movies back then, Dark Knight would have been number 6. Same with Best Director. The Dark Knight is the reason the Academy Awards nominate up to 10 films every year now. The Dark Knight rule. Because they screwed up. Because sometimes the Oscars don't know what they're doing. Hence, Al Pacino getting a career Oscar for Son of a Woman. Martin Landau winning Best Supporting Actor for Ed Wood over Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction. One of the biggest Best Supporting Actor snubs of all time. I did a YouTube video just about Best Supporting Actor snubs. Look for it. It's awesome. I'm funny. Anyway, New York Rangers, Henrik Lundqvist. The Oscars are tomorrow. These are my picks. I'm Reed. I'm usually a friendly neighborhood Canadian guy. I'm a little worked up. Sorry. Watch the Oscars. This year, watch them. Hopefully, they'll leave Donald Trump alone and leave the political BS alone. It's another reason why I didn't watch it last year. But there's movies people care about this year. Black Panther. It's not winning Best Picture, but at least it got nominated. Okay, whatever. But people saw that movie. A Star is Born. Bohemian Rhapsody. Movies people saw. Versus The Shape of Water and all the trash that was nominated last year. Does any of you even talk about The Artist or The King's Speech? What about Birdman? Yeah. Anyway, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a Canadian friend. Hello, Lac La Biche. We need more food choices, and we need a better city council. Bye. Subscribe. Cheers.